coffee. Every Tuesday night, Bayou and The Mayor go live to talk grooming, mental health, coffee, culture, gadgets and toys, and the gear that actually matters. No fluff, no filters, just real talk. This is the show that keeps it raw, real, bold, and unapologetic. So grab your mug and get ready to growl.
Comment ça va, mes amis, and how y'all are? Welcome to the Weekly Growl.
What's up, guys? Grr. It's been a Tuesday, I'll tell you that much. Everybody's been growling today, and I actually feel like I might have some growling to do as well.
Oh, well, then you're in the right place. Hey, you want to say hello to Chelsea over there on TikTok, and Proud American, who joined us. And Rix, yes, Rix, you are first tonight. You are the first on here. He's always trying to be the first to comment on Saturday nights. Dagan and I's live stream.
But how you been doing? How's this week going? I know you got some news. I don't know how much you're going to talk about that. I feel like I'm in a storytelling mood. I want to talk about, don't let me forget, I want to tell you, we want to talk about high school and maybe like my jobs, my last 3 jobs, and why I've had to change jobs a few times.
Alrighty, so high school. You went to high school?
I did. Did you?
No, I graduated from the 6th grade, and that was enough for me.
First of all, I want to say I agree, and secondly, I want to say I'm not surprised.
But anyway, yeah. So where shall we begin?
Why don't you tell a little bit about like what you found out this week, how you're feeling about that? Something that a lot of people face is, medical procedures and things like that.
Well, yep, medical procedures definitely. I'm going to be having open heart surgery, not this coming Friday, but the following Friday. Knock on wood, if everything goes well, because I am also sick at the moment. I know I don't look it, but I'll be starting some antibiotics tonight. Got to go pick them up from the drugstore. My best good friend decided that, he wasn't that sick and he didn't want to stay home by himself and all that stuff. So he came, got me, and brought me over to his house and infected me.
Well, I'm sorry you got you sick, but it's good that you have a best friend. How long has he been your best friend for?
Oh, about 4 or 5 years, I would imagine.
Cool.
But he's okay for being a person, for being human and everything.
Well, that's good. It's good to have best friends. Like I don't really have any good friends. Like, Dan was my best friend for a while. You saw how that worked out.
Yeah.
Kind of became, he exploited me a little bit. We got out of it. But like I've had other friends, like high school friends, same situation. It seems like everybody like finds like the game with me is to make me think that I'm not valuable, and then to like play me and put me out in front of stuff that they don't know what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you should hear this high school story.
Well, I'm waiting for the high school story.
Well, I feel like I need to tell it because I keep getting this pushback from my ex-wife that she's like, she doesn't believe anything I say. And like, I constantly, like, she just like has this dialogue with my 2 sons who I'm not talking to one of them right now. And basically that I'm this dog, I'm chasing women all day, every day. And everything that has ever happened is because I'm a dog and I'm bad. So like for example, she's a counselor at Grand Blanc High School. And I text her this other day and I'm like, our marriage got ruined because your school doesn't like tell people when kids have been like sexually abused and stuff like that. They don't report it to the teachers. So then the kids come in the classroom and they are different towards the teacher, if you know what I'm talking about, okay? Like,
Yeah.
and that's why I love teaching. And Graham Blake never did a thing about it. In fact, my ex works there now, and she's like chased after me with police, tried to get me, because I'm the dog, right? It's always Steve. If we could just get Steve, everything would be better. That's how she is. Like, and God knows she would end up at my old school district,
Yep. If only we could get Steve. If we
You
could
know.
find some way to get Steve.
But what do you think about that? Like if something happens to kids, like you do want to respect their privacy, but shouldn't the teacher know, like this kid, you need to be mindful of, like this kid, like I was never told anything because of the kid's privacy, and like stuff got to where I couldn't be in the classroom. Graham Blake didn't care. They never did a thing about it. They still think it's me, because they hired my ex-wife. That like they're jokes. There's so many sexual assaults that happen at that high school that nobody talks about. Like they just cover it up.
That's horrible.
I mean, as a parent, I have 2 kids at high school, and it's a joke. But like, so anyways, I'm talking about how I had to leave my job because these kids were inappropriate to me, right? I couldn't tell my ex that because when we got divorced, her dialogue was I think I was a drug addict. So I had to do 7 drug tests, all passed, So then it changes to women, right? She just endless. She texts my mom today. I'm come home, I'm just pissed, right? Like, wouldn't you be? Like, she's messing with my mom. And the thing is, like, I'm like, Ma, this happened at Kohl's. These girls, they're trying to trap me at Kohl's, trying to get me to do things that I, didn't want to do. Ma, it happened at my other job. Ma, it happens everywhere. I stay home. And my mom's like, okay. And she kind of believes me. I don't know. Like, they love me, but they don't believe me. And so that's hard too. But I'm like endlessly trying to be like, okay, so this is a high school story. No one in my high school talks to me. Not one person. It's because, have you seen that movie, I Know What You Did Last Summer?
I did something last summer, so yeah.
Well, that was like a murder, but this one wasn't a murder. But like, basically, some of my classmates, like my best friend and his sister were running a little hustle, and we got into like they were putting stuff in my drinks. So I went up to their cottage a couple times, and then all these girls from my high school came up, 4 of them, this one weekend. And I know, like, you know how you remember things later? Like, my best friend's putting stuff in my drink, and then these girls, like, took advantage of me. And now everybody in my high school knows about it, but they won't talk to me about it. Like I have no friends because they chose to do this to me, Like, and you know what Dan did, and I think it's like endless. It's like, how is it always Steve that is the problem? My ex doesn't believe me. I told her that happened, but like, dude, I never saw those girls again, ever. Never spoke to them. They were, like, they were my friends, I thought. Can you believe that?
That's just insane, man. And that's horrible.
It's like, I'm not going to go to cops on something like that. But I did have a girlfriend at the time, and that got ruined.
Yeah. And damn, you threw me all off.
I know, dude. I'm just so frustrated because it's like endless that it's me that's the dog. But how can I be the dog to like all these jobs? I keep going from job to job. I just have to keep leaving because it keeps getting weird, It's like, how is that? How am I supposed to just live my life knowing in my heart that it's not me? It's the way people treat me, but I can't do a thing about it, including my parents. They don't believe me. They don't want to deal with it. Nobody wants to deal with a guy getting, taken advantage of by his high school classmates, and then other classmates talking about it. Everybody thinks he's running around running this game on these girls when I wasn't even there, dude. I didn't even know about it.
Well, we'll try to find some more productive and beneficial ways to take advantage of you. How about that?
Okay. I love that. you know, and you know that's great. We're gonna keep my clothes on, and that's the only rule, right? We'll do that. I will say
Definitely.
silly things, but I'm just had to say that piece, get that out there. Like literally, it's been 3 years. Were you at high school? Nobody. Ghosts. They're all gone because everybody knows this story, and nobody wants to talk about it. And I have to be the guy that's like this was my high school girlfriend. All her friends did this.
Wow.
All her best friends.
And as Ellie says, that's a poopy thing about having people smear your name.
Yeah.
You can't be innocent. You can be innocent, but that doesn't matter because the damage is already done. Exactly.
It's true.
Exactly. And that's crappy.
So like that happened a while ago, and then some of my high school friends, like or people I went to high school with, teach in Grand Blanc. So then that is my kid's kindergarten teacher. She goes talking about what happened, not knowing that I wasn't even there because I was drugged with multiple drugs.
Oh, wow.
Right? One to get, you know what 2 drugs they had to give me. One to put me to sleep and one to do you know what.
And Grand Prix Gal over on TikTok is confused.
Yeah.
I think he's confused also, Grand Prix Gal.
I'm just frustrated that I don't know. You know, Dan, like it was Dan might as well have been those high school girls. You know what I mean? It's like,
well, he does kind of look like a high school girl.
well, it's the same thing that happened, dude. As soon as I didn't want to work on his channel and I said I don't want to do it, they all fell out. Everybody, the whole high school went away, but it was the Beard High School, right? Like it was like a breakup that I wasn't in a relationship with him apparently, but all his friends went away
because they just don't write them like that anymore.
I don't know, but I had to say that I feel like frustrated, but working and so I'm hauling junk, and it's like less drama. There's still drama though. We had a pool table and piano today. Oh.
And what'd y'all do with the pool table?
Bro, you break it up. But
did you take it away? Did you do away with it? Or
yeah, well, they didn't want it. That's what happens to 90% of pool tables. The sad thing is most people don't want them. Like the people that come into the house, they're like, get rid of it. So you got to cut the felt, and then the slate's either in like 3 pieces if it's like a really good pool table, or 2 pieces if it's not. And it's very heavy. And you just kind of like take apart the pieces like a normal table.
Yeah. And Ellie wants to know, have you really had many opportunities to get out your side? Feelings or anything up until now? Well, no.
I mean, like I never talked about like, I don't know. Well, that's like my parents like, you should go to counseling. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like a victim of this stuff. Like I just feel frustrated that it can happen so many times and everybody still thinks it's me. And like I lose friendships over and over on it. You know, like
maybe they weren't really friends to begin with.
Truth. It's like that teacher, you know, when I was telling you my first junk lugger's job, that teacher's house where she was dead there for 2 weeks, and all the teachers, nobody reached out, nobody cared. Like fake. Very fake.
Not to interrupt. Hey, how you doing, Grand Prix Gal? You made it to YouTube. I'm not using OBS currently, but I do use OBS on occasion. Right now, I'm using Restream to stream across the multiverses. This is a friend of mine from TikTok who decided to come and chase us over here, found us over here. I'm impressed. That's some pretty good deductive skills. Which platform am I using to multi-stream? I'm multi-streaming with Restream. That is the name of the platform, restream.io. And it works like OBS, but not quite as fancy-fied. And not as free either, for that matter. But anyway...
How about you? Do you have anybody you still touch with and base with from high school?
Occasionally.
I mean, yeah, it's like nobody, like, you have Facebook and that. It's not like you're missed that much, but it's like you could reach out to him if you wanted to, right? A bunch of people. We probably have Facebook friends. I
Yeah.
don't feel like that. I feel like there's something weird there now.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, baby.
Oh, you got some coffee?
Hot cup of coffee. Hot cup of coffee.
What is it?
It's our regular brew plus some everyday dose stirred in there. Our everyday brew. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I don't remember now. But wow, man, that was a lot.
Yeah, dude. That's why I live with my parents and I sleep at home because I feel like every friendship I get a guy who's got some program to steal my text messages when I'm over doing live streams with them to see what I'm texting and what photos I'm sending and that crap, Like every time I go and try to make a friend, they just end up like, I don't know, thinking they're so much smarter than me and taking advantage. But not you,
I was about
Bayou.
to say, I sure hope you don't think that about me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I lost everybody. These people influence my brothers. These people influence everything. But here I sit. Here you
Yeah.
sit. How are you feeling? How are you feeling about like nerves and stuff going into the surgery? Have you had anything similar to this before?
No, I've had much worse. I've had brain surgery.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of the surgery at all. I'm just a little a little concerned about the recovery period and just how quickly it will be and how much will I recover and how quickly I'll recover and so on and so forth. But it's no big deal. I feel really confident about it because I've got a great doctor who has reassured me, and this guy is just too cool for school, even if it is your old high school. He's too cool for that school. He told my wife that, no way. Oh, and my guest has a great set. Well, thank you. He's not my guest. I'm his guest, actually. But anyway, yeah, he told my wife that I'm not allowed to cook, clean, do dishes, take out the trash. What else?
That's good.
Yeah.
You play some video games then or what?
He didn't say I couldn't play video games, so I guess that's what I'll have to do.
I sleep a lot. I would sleep a lot. Sometimes I do worry that I sleep too much. Like when I have a day off of work now, especially with the new job, it's very like, it's draining. Like it's just work, right? It's physical labor. I just sleep on my days off and I feel kind of guilty, but I don't have much else unless I get 2 days off and then I have a little bit. Are you a big napper?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. And wow, I'm looking at, okay, I see. Oh, interesting. Okay. I've got too much going on in front of me. And I'm only actually using 2 of these screens, but I got 2 other screens that are happening that they just happen to be happening. And I was like, hey, how does that have comments over there? Oh, that's Social Stream Ninja is working even though I'm not using, at least I don't think I'm using it. I'm not sure. But so let me ask this.
Yeah.
Is anybody trying to drug you at your current job?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, okay.
And it was just a couple of times. It's like you know how you put pieces together? Like I would go there and I remember just feeling so tired. And I always had this room up north, right? I was always in the same room and I would just go to bed, right? But it was too fast, like 1 beer and I was going to bed. So I was like, I think I was like taking classes at Western in a summer session. So it was, I could go up there. So I remember it was a couple weekends in a row and then all those girls came up and then I remember like waking up at night. It was weird. Pieces are falling back into place. Ding dong ding. Like what can I do? And so then I hear that people are talking like I set this thing up or even knew about it, and I didn't. I'll go on the record as saying that. So that influences, but my ex hears that story, I think, right? And doesn't know that I wasn't not involved, really. Like, truthfully, didn't know about it. So she like thinks that I was like some sneaky guy on the side, right?
Well, you are a sneaky guy on the side of some Santa Claus looking guy.
Well, it's true.
All on the same screen, dude.
But
you know,
I'm just a junk lugger currently, sir. That's all.
well, you're a junk lugger, and I'm a lug junker.
No, but I am liking that job. It is like every day my shirt is just sweat, right? But it's crazy. It really has changed. It's changed how I look at things, because there's situations now 2-3 times. If there's someone's passed away, you're going in, dude, and you're just drawers. You're taking out the kitchen utensils. You're taking out the clothes. You're taking the laundry out of the hamper, the dishes out of the sink. The life just stopped, and it's like, dang, that could happen to me, right? So why not? I think I'm kind of like, why not deal with things that are there and say the things you mean and mean the things you say? I always meant the things I've said, but I've always had these like reasons. I always protect people that hurt me. You know what I mean? I don't know why I do it, but I still wanted my best friend to be my best friend, but I didn't want to acknowledge that he could do something like that. Right? Did I ever talk to him again? Nope. I was there every weekend. I was there every weekend growing up, high school, best friend. College, he came over. That night happened. I've seen him once or twice.
Wow.
I should, and I didn't know it at the time because I wasn't even looking for it, Like I was stupid. I was very naive to trust, and then I was naive with Dan. And I was naive at the school not to stand up a little bit for myself and say, this is what's happening. But I was too scared because as a man, you can't talk about the fact that you're being put in these positions. You're being trapped. You're being cornered. You're being texted. You're being messaged on Instagram. You're being talked about. You're being lied about. People talking to your kids. That's all what was going on. And I should have said something about it. And instead, I just left.
It's kind of a situation of gaslighting.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the way the school is, there's like these. Honestly, I thought they were nice. Like I really cared. Like I would go back the first day of school. I'd be so excited to see people, but they ghosted me too, right? Same thing. They didn't give it. They didn't care. Like, yeah, some people just suck. They don't. They suck. They take, and when you're gone, they don't care. If you're not there to take, you're nothing.
Well, then they find somebody else to take from.
Well, the worst thing that could happen for any of them, it would be for me to actually become something, because I will never forget.
As long as you forgive.
Yeah, I'll forgive, but not forget. I'm not stupid. I mean, they made me look. I feel like they made me look stupid. Like, I don't know. Over and over. Like Dan tried to make me look stupid. Putting, his Facebook, like when I was working for him, he made my Facebook password no clue. Like he's saying this dude has no clue about what this really is. How that was when I knew too. Like that he gave himself away. I'm like, I need to get out.
That's messed up, dude. That is like seriously messed up.
Sinister stuff, right? Like I was supposed to be his best friend, working with him, sitting with him, doing shows, and he's putting no clue. This guy's an idiot. Let's talk about him with all my friends. Let me move my beard and talk some more.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
It's true though. Like he's so smart.
I'm glad you're doing much better now. You're in a better headspace, obviously.
Yeah.
And you're possibly even in a better body space because you're hanging out with cool people like us.
And I'm a junk lugger. You got to get a little bit in shape if you're a junk lugger. The stomach's, it's getting better, I think. It's slow. But like, think about that. We don't, as men, we don't carry much thing. You know, like we're supposed to be carrying logs and stuff in the woods. We don't do that anymore.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, okay.
It could happen.
Well, you did have that bonfire you didn't invite me to, right? You were put all the
the one that I didn't go to.
Oh.
Ellie, I'm sorry. My system was broken, so I wasn't able to tell you earlier. I can tell you now.
Howdy, partner.
Okay, I feel better now. Now we can continue with the stream.
It's true. I ordered some stuff from Wood Pit Candle Company. I got the Man Cave candle. It's a good candle. They have like the wood wicks, and I'm pretty happy with it.
And Man Cave is such a good scent. Just remember that this was brought to you by Wood Pit Candles, where we're not just candles anymore. You're home to quality men's beard care products, as well as candles, soaps, beef tallow lotion, and a whole new project coming up very soon that who has 4 thumbs and is going to be testing those.
All right.
And
they do have good beard oil, guys, and it's affordable.
Well, who's the other set of thumbs?
Me? Wait, you?
You.
Oh, I'm gonna be testing?
Yes.
Oh.
You get to be a guinea pig.
That's cool.
And speak of the devil and who should appear? Someone say Wood Pit Candles? Because we're not just candles anymore.
It's true.
And E has joined us. Thank you for stopping by, E.
Knew someone was off with Dan before the drama started. Once drama popped with Steve and knew Steve's side, I knew something was up. So yeah, like, do you remember, like, you weren't there by you, but like Dan, like, you know, not on the air, but sometimes on the air, he's like, oh yeah, he's a drug addict. Cause I wasn't into him apparently. So he went with, like, genuinely, I didn't realize I was breaking up with 2 people when I got divorced. I thought I was breaking up with 1. And that's what happened. It turned out that it was a breakup. I didn't realize it. And he turned against me. Yeah,
well, you know, I've heard about your drug use, man. I heard not only did you used to take Tylenol, you took acetaminophen and ibuprofen and stuff like that.
Well, truthfully, in Michigan, we can use THC. I like the gummies. I don't. That's it. That's like that's my thing.
Like the gummies,
right?
And Ellie says, if it helps any, it's been 25 years since her bestie throughout high school dropped their friendship like a hot potato over a guy that we only met and knew for less than a month. Most people are brown piles of thing with eyes and a smiley face. I'm not going to say the actual word because most people are pieces of shit. Yeah, they're pieces of shit. Yeah, they're pieces of
I think people I don't know. People are good, but like it's so hard. Life is really hurts. Like I look at this junk lugger's job and you're going into sad situations, people have lost, and more times than not, they're so like you see them, they're shocked. Where's that person? Right? Here's their stuff. I'm at their house. Where are they? Because it went like that. And so that's something that I take away is like people, you know, if you're in my circle, you're in my circle, and I do have a circle. It's not like I don't have friends. It's just they're a little bit far away right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they live multiple states away.
Yeah, there's one of them. Yeah, absolutely. And they're out there, like you feel it in your heart, you know that, but it still gets lonely sometimes when you think about like the it's been a little bit of a struggle. I'm on my 3rd job, and you know, like I left the teaching job because of like what I told you was going on. Like just some situations were crazy, and everybody, Dan and my ex teamed up, and they made it so that everybody knew. No one, like literally, my phone didn't ring, not at all. All these people I worked with 20 years didn't ring. I got like a text. It was like, I got to text this guy. But
Yeah, well,
people, I think it's not that people are bad. It's just like they don't care enough to get involved,
and they don't care enough to find out what the real situation is. There's three sides to every story: my side, your side, and what really happened. And most people don't care about the third side.
Right.
Whereas that's what I'm all about, is the third side. Because I don't care how much of a saint I may or may not be. I can tell my side of the story where I'm the hero on any given Sunday or any other day for that matter. And it's nowhere near what really happened. But it's still more true than the other side. And that's a problem.
I just endlessly find myself like the one guy where everybody else feels like everybody else is over there, and I'm the one guy that like somehow the thing happened to him, right? Again and again. And everybody goes away. It's like flame.
Well, you really have to wonder and ask yourself, were they ever really there to begin with?
No, in fact, they were so those teachers at that school that I worked with. Oh, like I don't know. Some of them were like they would just take like it was very competitive. And now when I look back and I realize that it was like you thought you were like competing friendly, but no, they just didn't care and wanted to win and look good all the time. All they cared about is how they looked. Like I said, the worst thing that could happen to them is that if I got famous or if I, was successful. So I think that was it. It's like everybody was like they gave up on the Steve train. Dan jumped off, started bad mouthing me, my ex, and that these are all people that my kids care about and respect. They all do it because I wasn't worth anything anymore. Better distance themselves. Better get the money, better sue them when we get divorced. Better protect my brand name. Not risk anything because all the things all the things that they said were lies. And it would get like time went on and nobody like people are scared of Dan, a little bit. So like all the beard people just fell off. I don't know. And I don't think they were scared, but like they told whatever he must have said was so bad that people just didn't want to reach out.
People are just a bunch of suck asses.
I don't know. But today we got the pool table up. So the slate part is the worst of all the things. Well, the piano's the worst is the piano. But the slate of the pool table is heavy as you know what.
Yeah. And I can't imagine that you can break down a pool table into so many pieces. I can't imagine you could break down a piano into very many pieces.
No, the only thing with the the baby grands is you have to like you got to do something. Basically, you got to bungee a dolly on all three corners, kind of, and like roll it on the dolly out. And so we took the harp is what makes the music, and like so we took that out. That thing's heavy. That was so heavy. At the scrapyard. The scrapyard, that was like $15, just that harp from the piano. And that's a lot at the scrapyard.
Damn. And Ellie thinks that God was forging you so you are ready for better things.
For sure. I hope so.
The Weekly Growl.
You got it.
It doesn't get much better than this, y'all.
Who knows? It could. The growl could get louder.
Definitely. And something I wanted to also share with you was that blood is just your relatives, your family. That's who the people you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
That's who your real family is. Relatives are just blood, nothing else. Sometimes they're not even that much. But I'm not going to go there. I'm keeping a positive outlook and all that kind of good stuff. Because I had a really great cup of coffee.
Yeah, I think like I feel like my family is there. It's just that when so much mud gets slung, nobody knows what's true. Nobody wants to ask because that's one thing I've got going for me is nobody wants to ask me anything because they don't want to get involved. You know what I mean? Like literally no one asks me anything.
Yeah, that kind of happens, man.
Yeah. They just they get the
Unfortunately.
story and they put it together themselves.
Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately, that does happen. And yeah, you can get over it. You can do things about it. You can build a bridge and get the heck on over it.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
But it's not always very fun now, is it?
No.
Yep. And as E says, the people I least expect to turn their backs on me. I'm so over it and I am done. Yep. Not to say that the people that have dissed me and dismissed me that I'm never going to do anything for them because, you know, if they were on fire, I might piss on them. But, you know, I digress. Let's go back to what we were talking about. Oh, and he says his coworkers always want him to hang out, but he always tells them no. Yeah,
I always try to hang out. If somebody invites me to something, I'll try to go. Like somebody had a new house at work, so I went and did that for sure. But I'm pretty tired after work. Like today, I was exhausted. Today was like I think it was 11-hour day.
Oh wow! So did you take a nap before the stream?
No, there was no time. I didn't get home till 7. My mom had KFC strips for me, so I'm okay. But I did like when I hit the bathtub after work, there's like a dirt ring. It is impressive. I am very dirty.
Damn it. Yep. Dirty rings. As long as you don't have a ring around the collar.
No, well, I don't have a collar. Well, actually, I do, but I probably do, but it's a black shirt, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, then it's cool.
So we're still doing this show next week, right?
That is correct.
That's
and
good.
Then the following week, it will be all up to you. All up to you and Kevin. Kevin said that he would be more than ready, willing, and able to join. And what's Ellie saying to us? I choose to believe God puts his chosen through trials that hurt or removes what we didn't know needed to be and renews us in the dark and silence to greater things. I agree with that.
I do too. I think that's one thing that I've had a path that I've been on for a while now. And even you as long as you can like focus on goals and those things, the other stuff is just noise. But I think I'm coming out of my shell a little bit. I'm just trying to address a few things. Like I was getting divorced and was sad about that. And I didn't feel like getting on Instagram and be like, this guy's lying, you know? And no one would have believed me because it was like it was a well choreographed little smear campaign. But really, it's just I didn't want to be with either of them, so they decided to try to ruin me.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
And he wants to know, when do you get to see your kids? Or
That's
do
a
you
good.
get to see
That's a
or
good
do you
question.
get to see your kids?
So, like for example, this was supposed to be my weekend with my sons, and my ex schedules my youngest to have a friend over the whole weekend without checking with me. So then immediately this kid has to come over to my parents' house. So I didn't get to see him at all. I saw him at his water polo tournament, but like she scheduled his friend over, so then I didn't see him Sunday. So I'll go a month without seeing him. I'll see him a little bit. My oldest he doesn't like me. Like all the problems that happened in the school that year that I quit, that was his friends and classmates. So he really, I don't really blame them, but like we don't have much of a relationship right now.
Okay, now you said water polo. How do you keep the horses from drowning?
Oh, you just get new horses. You just get more horses. 5 horses. How much are horses?
I
Like,
have no idea.
could you get one for like $1,000?
I'm sure you could. And E says, don't attack, just stay silent. It makes you look like the bigger person.
It does, and the broker person, because I don't have a YouTube channel or anything. I'm just broke sitting here silent. But I mean, I am starting to not be silent. That's good advice, and I have been like, but I find that if you don't stand up for yourself, everybody else will just create their own story for you, and it won't be the one you want.
Depends. Depends on what stories they can come up with. I can come up with some really, really wild ass stories that you might actually want to be true. Excuse me.
I mean, I have stories that, like I said before, I could tell you that you wouldn't believe either. So you never know.
Hey, what's happening, Mark? How you doing, buddy? And Kevin says $500 to $100K. I'm guessing that you're referring to
The horses.
how much horses cost, and not how big our stories are, or how much our stories are worth.
If I needed 5 horses, that'd be a lot. I'll need some help with that.
Yeah.
I don't know what Romans 12:19 is off the top of my head. Well, I can look it up later.
Oh, and I don't know what the heck my wife is saying. You can get one free. I don't know. Buy one, get one free. I guess that's what she's talking about. Not really sure.
Oh, it's probably something we were just talking about that I should remember and I can't. I don't know. You know what? One thing about my job is how I can't drink enough water. Like I'm so dehydrated, like thirsty the whole day. It's crazy. I bring like multiple Powerades, and I still sit home like the other guy I was working with. He had a Sunkist 2-liter, and I had to have him. Like I had to sneak half of it because I probably would have died. I almost did of dehydration.
Oh, hey, Romy.
Yeah, you don't take revenge. For me, it's just more about being able to say my side of things for once, instead of just having everybody assume. It's not revenge. Maybe it is God's wrath that I say some of these truths, and some of these people that have been, enjoyed the good parts of being in my life, maybe feel some of the bad parts and not, because I'd be more honest with who they really are.
And it sounds like they belong to the house of Slytherin.
Well, yeah. And going back to my kids, it's lame. Like they were just taken away. I couldn't do a thing. By the time I got past all the drug testing, we were almost divorced. And then there's child support. And child support, when you leave your teaching job and go work at Kohl's and you owe $1,000 a month to be disrespected by everybody, I mean, it's a joke. It's crippling. It's literally crippling. So when I was at Kohl's, I was getting in the hole. I had to pay it. But fortunately, what I've done is I've taken my retirement, and since my income is so low compared to what I made as a teacher, I've withdrawn without the penalty, or tried to counterbalance income and keep things about the same so I could keep my Jeep. Thank God for my parents. Helped me with so much. But let me ask. Then as soon as a guy says he wants to get divorced, oh no, you're done.
So let me ask a question. You said you were in the hole when you were at Kohl's?
Well, okay,
I was Kohl's holes?
No. It was well, they don't take Kohl's cash for child support, so I had to. Check,
really?
My check could be like $100, and I would owe like $300 in child support. So Kohl's had to give me something, so I get a quesadilla on the way home from Taco Bell in Lapeer. But that's about all I had. That and gas to get to Kohl's. It's a joke. Like if I hadn't had that money, what would have got? Dad, you couldn't get divorced. Like the way it is, you know, for men, it's very difficult. I work with people at work that are just like crippled by child support, crippled by it.
Well, wait a minute. You said that you could get a quesadilla. So do Cole's Bucks buy quesadillas?
No, they don't. But I would actually get a crunch wrap usually, because
Oh,
it's easier to eat in the car. But
I
like,
th-
but when I was like, so when you get divorced, all your money's like tied up. Your retirement, everything is like, you can't touch it, right? So I had no money, and I would have like change and stuff. I was like buying crunch wraps, driving home from Lapeer. I had to go work in Lapeer because the Coles in Grand Blanc, I didn't want to deal with people coming in and seeing me, like I had to go find a job. Nobody helped me. There's not one person connected. Well, one person connected me with it, but connected me with the job. But I was sometimes wonder about the motivations behind that as well.
Continue on, please.
I don't have much else, but
I just needed to blow my brains out right quick.
I think one of the cool things from my job is that if you want, you can keep things. So like if there's something that helps you or you need, you can keep it. Like, so for example, today we're cleaning out the house and there's like a good the carry-ons that you YouTube's telling me I need to go watch something about Alexander the Great. Again, why does YouTube try to get me off of YouTube when I'm on YouTube?
I don't know.
It's so mean. It's like the most disrespectful thing you could do. Anyways, I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, keeping stuff. Oh, I got to travel like a really nice suitcase. I bet it would be like 50, 70 bucks, maybe even more. But I needed just like a little one.
But you got to keep it because it was cool.
I just had to ask. Well, so we have a shop at our store, and if it doesn't go into this, we can't donate it, it's not metal. We have this mix and match or mix up store, and it's all the like dressers, things like that are good that we sell on Tuesdays and Saturdays. People can come by and pick them up for cheap, right? And other than that, everything goes in the dump.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So when there's something that it would help one of the people that work, one of the junk loggers, we take it.
Oh, cool. That could be an interesting concept to utilize.
Like a PS5.
Yeah. A PS5 or a $1,200 webcam, something like that,
No, I did see a PS5 go. But also cool things like washing machines. You never know. I don't need one here at my parents, but like it's meant to help families that need it. So it's only a situation if it's something that's helpful, would you ask for it? It's kind of like, hey, you're there taking out people's homes and you kind of know the end of use options, the reality of recycling and reuse versus what ends up in the landfill. It's better to find, if you can find a use for something, do.
Yeah, definitely. Well, just let me know if you come across any good videography equipment.
There was some we had like one of the houses had like the old school VHS, the old school camcorder, like
wow.
Like Full House, like that guy had one,
yeah.
And they had the tripod, all the stuff. There was a Polaroid, like old school Polaroid, all the film, like the camera was there.
Wow.
Some of the stuff is pretty cool. Do you know what ball canning jars are?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're clear, right? Well,
yeah.
we did one place, they had like probably like 60 paper, you know what a paper box is? 60 paper boxes of those canning jars.
Oh wow.
And like 2 of them were blue. So I snatched the blue ones out. I'd never seen the blue ones. They're they're collectibles. They're like $15, $20. But little things like that. When you're carrying 60 boxes, it's interesting to try to look for things to collect. It gives you something to do.
Yeah, and I would not have our home filled to the top. I would have our bank account filled to the top because I'd be selling all kind of stuff. My wife's trying to poke fun at me. I don't know why. She likes to kick me when I'm down because as everyone can see, I'm so weak and wretched because I'm so sick and I'm just I'm curling up inside and just I'm horrible. I'm pathetic.
No, you're not. You're all right, man. You're not that pathetic.
Okay, to be that way, then I'll just have to tell you to.
I'd knock that shit off if I was you.
Exactly.
I swear. Yeah.
But anyhow, my, we have dealt with a gamut of emotions, and
Yeah.
I hope you're feeling better. Are you feeling better?
It's good to say it, I guess. Like, honestly, I probably create more drama every time I open my mouth, but whatever.
Well, see, that's the problem, though. You're not on you're on a drama-free channel, so you could try to create drama, but it's not going to happen here.
So you think nobody will know what I said?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But this is the drama-free zone, and as Romy says, that's the best time to kick somebody when they're down. They won't fight back as much, right?
True.
You out there bad, Romy. You out there bad, my friend.
I mean, I'm a junk lugger, right? Like it's funny the parody there that like this you can have people in your life, but if you're not useful to them, they'll walk away. And there are good people in my life now. I do have some, but it's a reality check when you realize like I went like two big things. Like, first of all, everybody in your life can go away. I learned that by you. Everybody can go away and you can still be okay. And two, all your stuff is gonna go to a landfill eventually. Like, I'm like dealing with this like reality of like the stuff in the Bible's real. Like, you can't take it with you. It doesn't really matter, right? And all these people I thought were my friends in high school, they weren't my friends. They didn't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cared at Kohl's. Nobody cared at Grand Blanc schools. No one cared. No one cared at my last job. No one ever asked anything about me. Like, no one really cares. But you care, and there are good people. And I just got to start collecting those good people.
Well, I don't know about collecting, but you need to hang out with those good people. Right. We don't like to collect people because people are sticky and messy, and
it's just, I think that people just like in my situation, if I had one of those companies step up and say, well, this guy went through what we put him through is wrong. If any of them had done that, that'd still be there. But none of them did. It includes going behind my back and talking to people and trying to set me up with people. You shouldn't be doing that. And it happens time after time after time, job after job. But like, truly, people, most are in it for themselves. I think this new job is a good place. I think I'm working with people that care. But the other places, no one cared. No one cared. Not one. Dan didn't care. Dan didn't care. Isn't that crazy? Like, dude sat next to me weekly for years. Didn't care what happened to me. Didn't care.
Yeah, well,
the trusted teacher. The trusted teacher, he isn't that.
We care here.
Well, that's good.
Whether you like it or not.
It's just don't go on care. Go on your relationship with God. God's there. God has got you. And believe it or not, a lot of these people are probably surprised I'm still here right now doing anything, given what they were told or what they believed. No one really asked me, but I lost all my people from high school over selfishness, people taking, my ex taking all my friends. It's too bad.
Maybe you didn't necessarily lose them.
No, they never. You're right. You never had them. And the thing is that I mean, like, If Dan can do that to the guy who gave free work for years, he'll do it to anybody. Anybody. And if you think that your $25 bottle buys you one drop of any kind of care from him, you're kidding yourself. I get physically hurt that has changed my life forever, that people I thought cared never checked on me. Yeah. It physically, it can make you sick. Like when you leave your job and no one really reaches out or ever follows up, or like your best friend from high school stops by once just to make sure you're not quitting your job and divorcing because of what he did to you 20 years back. You know, that's all he did. He came by one time to check, and then I never saw him again. You know, just make sure that he was covered. He was taken care of.
Oh, it's not my fault. Sorry.
All right. See you, dude. that was my best friend. That's how good I am at picking friends.
Well, I hope you're better at picking your nose.
Yeah, it's more productive.
Yeah, well, live and learn, my friend, as they say.
For sure.
And I have no idea what is the deal with this little dude over my shoulder with the beard and the headband and all that. I don't know who or what he is or how he got there, but he's there.
I know that's your troll now.
And he's kind of creeping me out a little bit.
Did you have this troll down so you could roll it and the hair would go up?
No, but I knew people who did have them. Russ Troll, I believe, is what it was called. Russ or Ross? I'm not sure.
Those were things were collectible. Did you ever get into like the Beanie Babies or any kind of collectible fads?
No. The only thing I ever collected was money. And I wasn't a very good collector of it.
Yeah, it's the sad thing about collecting is that it seems to be accepted everywhere.
Yeah, and everybody's got some just like it.
Okay.
But yeah. But anywho, just want to give everybody a little, let everybody know what's going to be going on, what the schedule is going to look like going forward. Yes, we will be back Saturday night on BGG's Hangout with the Bayou. We'll be on all of my channels as well as on Dakin's channels. Next Tuesday, we will have the Weekly Growl across all channels. And then I won't be there that following Saturday because that'll be like the day after surgery. And then the Tuesday night, it will be the Weekly Growl hosted by the Mayor and the Pit Man, Wood Pit Candles, Kevin Pitts, the special guest host. And I'll have another week to beat y'all into shape, get y'all ready for it. And then I'm going to turn the reins over to Steve. And I know you will handle it quite handily, quite properly, mightily. And hey, you might even get more than 7 viewers.
We'll take all 7. We don't do it for the number. You know, it's not about that. It's all about the beard oil sales.
Yeah. And the candle sales for that matter. But
right.
All right, Moonbeam was obsessed with Troll and her kids' Pokemon in the 90s. You're still obsessed with your kids' Pokemon, and they're in their 30s now, but our daughter still collects Pokemon cards. And if ever she gets rid of some of them, she's probably going to be rich.
I will never forget when my son got pulled his Rainbow Rare Charizard. That was a cool card. Like it was his birthday. It was just Charizard, you know, Charmander, and then anyways, Charmander turns into Charizard. That's his big dragon evolution. And that Rainbow Rare is like a really cool looking, it's not just valuable, but actually really pretty and a cool card. And my kid has that. And that was the best card we ever picked.
Yep. And Kevin, yes, you can forward it to your YouTube account. When, in fact, I'll send you the link. Steve, I got to send you the whole schmo because you'll be coming in as the director.
Gee, I don't know, man. I don't really like responsibility.
Yeah, well,
I'm kidding. I got it.
Shit happens. You can handle it. But yeah, Kevin, the link probably going to be the same, but we'll figure that out when we get closer to the time. And hey, you never know. I might even drop in on you guys from the hospital with my fancy Dan top of the line Billy Badass laptop computer that I have now, because I'm just shitting in tall cotton. What can I say?
Well, I don't know what happened. You just froze on mine. I went, Meh.
Am I still frozen?
No.
Oh, damn. Okay.
No,
I didn't freeze.
Give me that time. See? Now you're gonna give me sneaky passwords and you're gonna think you're way smarter than me.
Yeah. No clue is the password.
Okay. Man,
Well,
here we go again.
The password is right.
Is that with 2 U's or 3?
Yeah, that's with 3. All right. And as Mark says, you got this, Steve. You bounce back and be stronger than before. That's right. That's
Absolutely.
right. So, as always, my typical closing. Well, I always let Steve go first and give us your closing arguments.
Oh, I think everybody should have a good week, and everybody should make a wish. Wish for something that you really want. I don't know. If you don't like think it in your head enough, if you clearly think if you could have one thing right now, what would it be? Then you aren't like focused on your goals. So make a, if you're watching this, you should get a wish. I think.
I like Chris Rock says, will somebody please get a kid a lap dance?
No, that's not my wish.
Guess you'd have had to been there. Sorry. Just always remember and never forget, be kind. Everybody's fighting their own battle, and we'll never say a word about it. But a smile, a hello, little random acts of kindness could mean so much to somebody. It could mean the world. Matter of fact, it could mean their life. So be nice to each other because you deserve it. And don't forget to come and catch us once again next week. And I think you know why. Or do you know why? I'm not sure if you know why. Because I have to change something right quick.
Smooth segue to the clip.
Yeah, I gotta change everything, and that's right. And you know why? Because
it's not a trend; it's a lifestyle.